I booked with CaribJet.
Call CaribJet now. 100% Grenadian, operating 30 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. CaribJet, True Blue St. George's. The number one for travel.
Announcing a wide range of gifts and clothing just in time for Easter. Come on down, check out Q Babies. From newborns to 14-year-olds, buy one, get one free on selected items. 50% discount on children's shoes. Q Baby, located at the corner of Young and Scott Street, St. George's. We stock cribs, playpens, strollers, and a whole lot more. Q Baby, making Easter special. Your one-stop shop, just in time for Easter.
The most anticipated kids event is happening on Saturday, 16th April, Easter Saturday.
Easter Kids Extravaganza.
The Easter Kids Extravaganza. Monroe's playing field, 1 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Easter Saturday, rides and slides.
Obstacle courses, rock climb, bouncy castles, and much, much more. Then from 6 p.m., we move stateside. 4 special performances from IMG Fuego, the Magico Circus from Cuba. Alongside Fawn, Looney Spark and Electrify. Admission kids $5, adults $10. Parents, guardians, get the kids ready. Easter Saturday, Monroe's playing field. Something not to be missed.
Experienced drivers, you've ruled the road. Now you can enjoy the rewards with Beacon's 50-plus car insurance plan. Get hassle-free sign-up, affordable payment options, and a free windscreen cover. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get driving with Beacon today.
Good evening and welcome to the MTV Evening News for Monday, 11th April 2022. Coming up tonight, a vehicle owner contests the traffic department's reasoning for denying him his licensing sticker. Political climate hits up in St. Andrew as the two main political parties launched candidates over the weekend. Government to appoint committee to address pension issue. And in sports, the Grenada Netball Association launched its 2022 tournament on Saturday. We have the details to these and more after the break.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
I am Tonya St. Louis Lawrence with the details. Licensing a vehicle under the correct class is supposed to be somewhat of an easy task. However, for one driver, Ryan Chateau, there appear to be some problems as it relates to getting his updated sticker for his transportation. Chateau reached out to the media to share his plight, saying that he is being denied a sticker for his vehicle despite having paid online. Our news desk also reached out to Sergeant Ryan Smith of the Licensing Department for clarification on the issue of licensing. We have more from Donella Hostin.
Having your vehicle registered under the correct license and registration is most important. Therefore, failure to do this can result in one either being failed at inspection or denied a license sticker, as was the case of Ryan Chateau, a landscaper by profession. According to Chateau, he has been using his vehicle to do his work and for personal use for just about 6 years, and he is questioning why it is now at his last inspection he is being told he needs to register his vehicle under T.
Now, I have this vehicle over 6 years now, and it's been used for my private purposes and so on, the family. Most people know me, car shows and so on, and I do my work with it as well. The debate was I was using the vehicle for commercial purposes. So by my research, speaking to other officers, they told me commercial business is when you're getting a reward for your service.
He does not believe that he is being treated fairly, particularly as he already paid online for his sticker, which he is being denied.
It was being up and down, tossed to and fro, without getting no justice. Now my vehicle expired on the 1st of April, and I still haven't got my sticker, and they refuse to give me my sticker. To me, that is dishonest and unfair by the Royal Grenada Police Force, and is something that should be looked into.
Our news desk reached out to Sergeant Ryan Smith, officer in charge of the licensing department at Dusty Highway Grand Anse. He said he was aware of the situation. However, once the vehicle's construction has been altered, it then changes the class under which it falls.
Well, he had it under P for 6 years. But when the vehicle was registered under P, it was registered for a particular use, for private use, meaning that the vehicle had 6. But if you remove 0.6, then its primary purpose changed to that of carrying load.
Smith went on briefly to clarify different classes based on the laws of Grenada.
What we refer to as private vehicles would carry the registration letter P. That a private motor car, private vehicle, means a motor vehicle other than a goods vehicle, and a goods vehicle or a public service vehicle. Now we have what we refer to as goods vehicle or commercial vehicle. Goods vehicles are referred to as a motor vehicle which is constructed or adapted as to show that its primary purpose is the carriage or haulage of goods, merchandise, or other loads. Vehicles that will carry the H on registration letter, they are referred to as public service vehicle, or what we refer to as hired vehicle.
Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
Officers of the Royal Grenada Police Force had their hands filled this weekend in responding to several incidents, one of which was a drowning incident at a True Blue Beach where an elderly citizen lost his life. There was also a stabbing in Richmond Hill, St. George between a family. Meanwhile, no breakthrough into the robbery at the Communal Cooperative Credit Union Pedmotor branch. We get all of these updates from Nikita Hostin.
A woman and her spouse had to be rushed to the hospital on Saturday after they received several stab wounds allegedly inflicted by their son. According to reports, the incident happened just after noon, and police and an ambulance were rushed to the scene in Richmond Hill, St. George. Speaking to MTV News was Corporal of Police Cordina Douglas McLean.
We received a report of a domestic dispute that eventually led to 2 individuals receiving stab wounds from that incident. The victims were taken to the General Hospital. They were treated and later released. The perpetrator, who is the son of one of the victims, he was taken to the General Hospital to seek medical attention as well, and he was later admitted a patient at the Mongay Hospital. So presently at that hospital receiving treatment. I am not in a position at present to specifically state whether or not charges will be preferred against him. We await medical information, medical assessment before we can take another step in relation to that matter.
The Royal Grenada Police Force also responded to a suspected drowning on Chuglu Beach in St. George over the weekend, where a man in his 60s lost his life.
Officers attached to the Coast Guard unit and CID South St. George Police Station, they responded to a suspected drowning that occurred just after 2 p.m. on Saturday, resulting in one Elvis Gannis, a 63-year-old laborer of Frequency St. George, losing his life. Later on, the body was examined and pronounced dead by the district medical officer at the scene, and a post-mortem was also ordered.
Meanwhile, the investigation into Friday's armed robbery at the credit union in Predmotor continues. Officer McLean says the perpetrators remain at large.
In relation to that robbery, Ms. Hostin, our investigations are still ongoing. We have not had any arrests so far, and once we do, we will update the public as necessary.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell disclosed that a committee will be appointed to address the pension issue and to provide recommendations to government on the way forward, and continue to affirm his government cares about the workers of the country. We have more in this story.
Grenada's Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Mitchell, continues to refute claims that his government appealed the High Court's ruling in favor of public workers. Speaking at Sunday's new National Party candidates launch in Dunfermline, St. Andrews, Dr. Mitchell said he was shocked when he heard the news.
So I get up, and the first call I made, they tell me how a judgment came out, and big announcement, some lawyer and some thing they call a newspaper in Grenada. I don't know what kind of thing is that. They say, I appeal the judgment. That's sleeping, you know. I appeal the judgment in my sleep. That's what they say. Because that is the narrative they want. That is the narrative they want. But let me tell them this. Let me tell them this. The NNP is a party with experience.
He also responded to claims made by leader of the opposition, Tobias Clement, that the date for elections will be announced before his government appeals the High Court ruling.
I hear another one say, we calling the election in May because we want to call it before we appeal the case. Sisters and brothers, I tell somebody, no one knows when I'm calling the election.
Mitchell said that a committee will be appointed that will provide recommendations on how they should address the pension issue.
We have decided, and I will be addressing the nation in about a week's time, either late this week or early next week. And we'll appoint a committee of capable Grenadians to examine the issue in all aspects and to make recommendations to the government. That is the way forward.
In a statement from the Office of the Press Secretary, it said over 80 people representing various stakeholder groups participated in a virtual meeting hosted by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell last week on the recent High Court ruling on the pension issue and its implications for the country. During the meeting, Dr. Mitchell said the issue is quite complex, and he encouraged people to remain sober and level-headed as we chart the way forward. He said, quote, "We must ensure as far as possible that we create a state of equilibrium, not a situation where one fraction of the population benefits while others have to make additional sacrifices to facilitate these same benefits," unquote. For MTV News, Troy Gill.
That's the first segment of news. We'll be back after the break.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
With more, with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day, with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Announcing a wide range of gifts and clothing just in time for Easter. Come on down, check out Q Babies. From newborns to 14-year-olds. Buy one, get one free on selected items. 50% discount on children's shoes. Q Baby, located at the corner of Young and Scott Street, St. George's. We stock cribs, playpens, strollers, and a whole lot more. Q Baby, making Easter special. Your one-stop shop just in time for Easter.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back. New National Party supporters from both St. Andrew North East and West came out by the scores to support their candidates on Sunday and openly expressed why they believe they should be re-elected in the upcoming general elections. We get more from Troy Gill.
The New National Party launched two of its female candidates, namely Delma Thomas of St. Andrews Northwest and Kate Lewis of St. Andrews Northeast at Dunfermline, St. Andrews on Sunday. During the launch, parliamentary representative for St. Andrews Northwest, Delma Thomas, said despite the challenges of the last few years, she was still able to meet her obligations.
The last term has been the most challenging of my short period in politics. But foremost, these last 4 years and some have proven how resilient you are and how united we can be. When I came before you to ask for your vote the last time, I listed a number of projects that I will do within the constituency. I can proudly pull out my report card and say we have ticked every box with the exception of Balthazar lighting, which is on the way. Promise made, promise delivered.
Parliamentary representative for St. Andrews Northeast, Kate Lewis, revealed that although she was young when she first entered politics, she, along with other members who were new to the political arena, were able to prove their mettle.
Though we were young and inexperienced, we came into a team that had so much knowledge, so much know-how. We were able to learn from the best. And I had relatively young mentors too, people who had much more experience than I did, but still had those youthful connections, such as my friends and sisters, Delma Thomas and Honorable Emmeline Pear. And today, 4 years after being nurtured and 4 years of guidance, I am now more prepared to serve you even better than before.
Our news team caught up with two avid supporters of the St. Andrews Northeast candidate, Kate Lewis, who pledged their unwavering support.
You see my sister Kate? She's very loving, very educated, very loving, and she has been doing a good job. She's been doing her job. She's been doing her job. A lot of people might be complaining about this and that, but she's been doing her job.
Another supporter of St. Andrews Northwest candidate, Delma Thomas, stated why he believes she should be re-elected.
There has been no other parliamentary rep in the Northwest constituency that has done more for the constituency than Minister Delma Thomas. The most amount of roads, the most of by drain, and the most amount of jobs that has been created in this constituency has been created under Minister Delma Thomas. And that is the reason, and that's the reason why we are prepared to elect her.
Over at the Carlton Junction, supporters of the National Democratic Congress were out in their numbers as the 4 candidates for St. Andrew were presented to the public.
We are happy to be here to serve you with dignity and with respect and with pride.
The 4 St. Andrew candidates to represent the National Democratic Congress at the upcoming general elections. All 4 candidates gave a taste of their plans for their constituency once allowed to serve. Well-known economist Lennox Andrews is depending on the voters of St. Andrew Southwest for an opportunity to serve in the parliament.
You see, our young people in Southwest, we have to take good care of them. We also want to take care of all of our senior citizens. The people of Subies, we are going to build a proper jetty for them. and build proper storage facilities for the fish.
Opposition Senator Tessa Sincere is contesting the elections on a St. Andrew Northeast ticket. She too is focused on change and providing opportunities for young people.
27 years of broken promises, 27 years of stagnation. Many in the constituency have been pushed to poverty. Now it is time to take back our constituency and move it forward.
It will be the battle of the Thomases as Gloria Thomas will contest the St. Andrew Northwest constituency.
If we look closely, we look at 3 generations of young people that we have to rescue and put back on the road to build this country. Some of our communities are branded as breeding ground for deviant youth behavior in the parish. We have to bend that curve. And the only way to do this is through meaningful change and good programs for youth.
St. Andrew Southeast will be represented in the upcoming general elections by David Andrew. He highlights the several areas that can be developed to improve the standard of living as well as create jobs.
I think we can start quickly and easily by acknowledging community assets and working from the assets, the low-hanging fruit that several communities have that we have not yet.
Former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas, together with several other candidates and past parliamentarians of the National Democratic Congress, were also present at Sunday's launch.
Until I see the rise, still I had to try. All played out, and I'm old and gray. I know who God said I am, what He said I am, the way He said I am.
The political leader of the National Democratic Congress, Deacon Mitchell, highlights several areas his team will tackle once allowed to serve. Among the areas to receive attention, according to Mitchell, is employment opportunities for young people. Tackling poverty and creating opportunities for young people to develop themselves will be among the focus areas for the National Democratic Congress as the party prepares its manifesto ahead of the upcoming general elections. Highlighting some of the areas for attention on the front burner of the NDC, political leader Deacon Mitchell noted the importance of education in taking Grenada forward.
Any Grenadian who is 15 years and older and who wants to have an education will have access to that education. Whether it's tertiary education, university education, vocational or skills training education. There is a direct link between poverty and lack of education. And a government that does not want to educate its people and does not want to spend its money on its people does not want them to move out of poverty.
Mitchell says an issue as serious as pension needs no excuses, and the NDC stands firmly by the belief that the money must be paid.
The National Democratic Congress does not, and we will not support any appeal of the decision of the High Court that says the Pension Disqualification Act is unconstitutional. The National Democratic Congress has been on record, and I'm repeating it here to say the pension has to be paid. If you could borrow 150 million to build a stadium, you could borrow 150 million to start paying the pension because the money coming right back into Grenada.
Speaking to the Imani program, Mitchell says the title should be shelved and the participants recognized as full employees in Grenada.
If the job you are doing is a job that is permanently associated with the establishment you work in, that after 3 months, you are going to be made permanent once you pass your probation, and therefore you are entitled to work for an indefinite period. You are a citizen of Grenada first and foremost, and you're entitled to be recognized as a worker of Grenada in Petty Martin, Carrefour and Grenada. You do not deserve to be branded and categorized as any second-class group of workers.
The NDC leader reiterates that the party's main goal is to transform the Tri-Island state.
Our goal is to give you the opportunity, notwithstanding the smallness of Grenada, to be able to pursue a career, to be able to start a business, and to be able to work in any aspect of the world economy, not just Grenada, the world economy.
This much talked about the transformation, according to Mitchell, began on the 31st of October 2021, when the party began transforming itself in preparation for taking Grenada forward. The first official River Sally Saraka after 2 years will be held on the 22nd of April 2022. And according to Donalyn Watson Henry, expectations are high for the cultural event. Several activities will be held leading up to Saraka 2022, beginning on the 16th of April.
The River Sally Saraka will be held on the 22nd of April, and according to Donalyn Watson Henry, project officer at the Grenada Cultural Foundation, several activities will be held leading up to the day. The River Sally Saraka celebration comprises local foods, dancing and drumming, all stemming from and connected to Grenada's African roots. The celebration begins on the 16th of April with an opening ceremony at the River Sally playing field.
The Grenada Cultural Foundation's role is primarily to highlight, showcase, focus on, bring awareness to the activities on the 22nd, which is the actual River Sally Saraka. So like I mentioned, there are a series of activities starting from the 16th, the opening ceremony being one of those. There would be a road race happening, a Dutch party on the 17th. There'll be a gospel evening. On the 18th, there's a family fun day and picnic at the Bathway and Subies Beach. There's the April the 20th, there's the traditional night where there's storytelling, ring games, bonfire, those type of things. So there are quite a number of activities that is leading up to the Saraka. 2 weeks prior to the Saraka, you would have the blowing of the conch shell at 4:30 in the village of River Sally.
According to Watson Henry, with the easement of restrictions, more activities are planned, including Saraka Village, tray competition, and tambour bamboo beating.
On the morning of Saraka, you'll have the libation, which is the blessing of the ground and all of that, the traditional way of preparing the food. And so, again, we have shifted a little bit because we're no longer restricted in terms of the way we store meats and stuff. We will be having a Saraka village. This is something that we're now introducing, and we've shifted away a little bit from the homes. So we will be going to the homes. However, because of the volume of people we are expecting there, we've decided to have a Saraka village where we will be able to capture the traditional elements of Saraka.
According to her, this will be the first official year of Saraka after 2 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Nikita Hoston, MTV News.
Christians around the world began the celebration of Holy Week with the observance of Palm Sunday, the Sunday before Easter. Local clergy from the Catholic, Methodist, Anglican, and Presbyterian churches led the procession throughout the country. In St. George, the procession began on Lucas Street with the traditional blessing of palms. During the celebration, Presbyterian minister Reverend Osbert James encouraged Christians to focus on their beliefs.
Today, Hosanna to the Son of David, and on Friday, crucify him. Many of us are guilty of superficial commitment. We may show up, but we are not available. We may give, but we would not go. Those of us in the full traditional churches must ask ourselves why our church is faltering. Could it be that we are cultural Christians more than we are followers of Christ? Many of those in the multitude were just mouthing a mantra, but their hearts and minds were not engaged. They were moved with the momentum of the mob, but they were not propelled by passion in the pursuit of their faith. During this Holy Week, let each of us take time to ask ourselves, why do I believe what I believe? Is my belief owned by me, or is it my parents or my cultures? I pray that this Palm Sunday will be an occasion for renewed commitment to the march of faith.
We're gonna sail the victory, sailing, sailing, sailing across the river, sailing.
Palm Sunday is the 6th and last Sunday of Lent and commemorates the triumphant arrival of Jesus into Jerusalem, where he was honored by crowds waving palms. That's the second segment of news. Regional highlights are next.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Glam out in the best names and designer frames with Quartz Optical. Buy one stylish frame and get 50% off your second pair. Sport your favorite Armani, Converse, Vogue, and many more frames for less. Get an additional 10% off and pay nothing for 30 days when you pay with Ready Finance. Book your free eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Don't miss the opportunity to glam out. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer available while stocks last. Special conditions apply.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way, Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Now you love Super 6
even more.
With more money to the jackpot galore.
Play more, win more.
Have more fun. With more jackpot money, Super 6 is my number one. With the new and improved Super 6 game.
The jackpot keep growing
and growing and growing.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way, Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
My name is Dominic Lawrence. I'm a police officer by profession, and I've been a member of Arizo now for about 20 years or less. I chose to join Arizo because I've been hearing some good stuff about them. And my sister was a member before me. She told me about her good experience that she had with Arizo. What I like most about Arizo is the way they treat you as a member. They take good care of you. They help you in very, very good ways. They have some good products in place to help you. I've been able to budget a lot better because of the products and things that they have in place to help us as members. I love it when you call Arizo and the way they would answer the phone. Arizo, how can we make you smile? I would like to take this time now to congratulate Arizo on the 75 years of service to the people of Grenada.
This is where we join Clifton James for news from across the region.
Good evening with tonight's MTV Regional Roundup. I am Clifton James. The government of Antigua and Barbuda says it will await more information before determining how to proceed regarding 2 yachts reputedly connected to Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich. There have been calls for some in the United Kingdom for action in line with international sanctions against Russian oligarchs in the wake of their country's invasion of Ukraine. Foreign Affairs Minister Honourable E.P. Chet Green says the government needs to be certain about the beneficial ownership of the vessels, since acting hastily could expose the country to legal jeopardy. Mr. Green assures the country will not pursue actions inimical to its interests, but is also reaffirming to the international community that Antigua and Barbuda is acting in line with the sanctions regime once all information is provided. Antigua and Barbuda's ambassador to the United States and Organization of American States, Sir Ronald Sanders, had similar comments when he was interviewed by Britain's Channel 4 this week.
Antigua, once this information was brought to our attention, tried our best to talk to the country that has Abramovich on a sanctioned list, and the accusation was that he owned these 2 yachts. That incidentally has not yet been proved. And what is significant is that a lawyer, a German firm called Inz, has presented to the government of Antigua testimony, and the law firm states categorically that it is not owned by anybody on a sanctions list. So even if we were to appear before a court and that representation was made by a lawyer, the court would also want even further evidence that the boats are in fact owned by Abramovich. So there's the situation that we have.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Gaston Brown is reportedly in good spirits and not experiencing any debilitating symptoms after contracting COVID-19. The Prime Minister says he is isolating at home, from where he will work remotely, and notes his close contacts, including his family, have so far tested negative.
Notwithstanding the fact that I tested positive for COVID yesterday, I'm doing fine. So I'm taking a decongestant. But other than that, I think that I'm doing well. And it's evident that the vaccines that I took, that they're working. Otherwise, I presume I may have been in serious trouble. The job is such that, I'm always exposed. And that is why I took the opportunity about 2 years ago to get vaccinated quickly. Because I recognize that perhaps it would have been a matter of when that I would have gotten COVID based on the exposures that I've had with, with visitors. I'm in good health within my own family. They have been testing and they're all negative.
The United States government recently approved the US Virgin Islands Visa Waiver Act, a decision that makes it possible for visitors from the Caribbean to visit the American territory for up to 45 days without a visa. The amendment to the Act, however, applies only to the US Virgin Islands and does not allow entry into other parts of the United States. The Act was first presented to the US House Judiciary Committee for amendment in September 2021. A media release did not state specifically the countries that will benefit from the amendment to the Act. The scope of the amendment will, however, be limited to the Caribbean community and other countries permitted by the Department of Homeland Security. Pope Francis on Sunday called for an Easter truce in Ukraine and, in an apparent reference to Russia, questioned the value of planting a victory flag on a heap of rubble. Pope Francis spoke at the end of a Palm Sunday service for about 50,000 people in St. Peter's Square, the first time since 2019 that the public was allowed to attend following 2 years of scaled-back services because of COVID-19 restrictions. He said, quote, "Put the weapons down, let an Easter truce start, but not to rearm and resume combat, but a truce to reach peace through real negotiations open to some sacrifices for the good of the people," unquote. Clifton James, MTV Regional Roundup.
This is the MTV Evening News. We'll be back after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
I've been a member of the Ariza Credit Union since 2016, and honestly I joined to come out of poverty. What I love most about Ariza Credit Union is their support in helping us as members to save. I was in the credit union like a little under a month. The sewing machine that I had went bad and I was in desperate need of, purchasing another. I simply went to speak to my loan officer. I wanted to know details of how to go forward. How do I become qualified to get a loan? And the next thing I knew, she said, how much money do you need? And at that time I needed $7.99. And she said, I'll loan you the money. And from there I purchased the sewing machine, and this is the result. As a young person, we all have those little achievements in the back of our mind that seem so far-reaching. What Ariza encourages us to do is to save. I'm really happy, honestly.
You're watching the MTV Evening News. Sporting highlights are next.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day, with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Announcing a wide range of gifts and clothing just in time for Easter. Come on down, check out Q Babies. From newborns to 14-year-olds. Buy one, get one free on selected items. 50% discount on children's shoes. Q Baby, located at the corner of Young and Scott Street, St. George's. We stock cribs, playpens, strollers, and a whole lot more. Q Baby, making Easter special. Your one-stop shop, just in time for Easter.
Natural spring water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy Natural Spring Water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy Natural Spring Water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
The Grenada Netball Association launched its 2022 tournament on Saturday. That and more coming up in sports.
Man. My name is Hollis Map. I perform around the world. And when I travel, I book with CaribJet.
Call CaribJet now. 100% Grenadian, operating 10 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. CaribJet, True Blue St. George's. The number one for travel.
At Maitland's Motor Sales and Rentals, we sell engines for all makes of vehicles. Toyota GT Corolla 6-speed, Toyota MR2 and Evolution 3. We've got transmissions for Toyota Noah, 2.0 Suzuki Escudo, Toyota Corolla. Windscreens for Grand Vitara, 2 and 4-door Escudo, Toyota Corolla front and back, and Suzuki Escudo wheel covers. Also available are motor oil, oil filters, crystal headlights for Toyota Corolla, brakes for all makes of vehicles. We sell C16 and Q16 racing fuel. Special prices on oils and accessories for customers who purchase vehicles from us. You're never left undone because we source the part if we don't have it. Maitland's Motor Sales and Rentals, empowering people through mobility.
Tonella Hostin has this evening's sporting highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. The Grenada Netball Association launched its national netball tournament on Saturday at the Tantine Netball Complex. Approximately 14 teams will be competing in this year's championship. Games after the opening would be played on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, depending on the venue, at 5:30 p.m. weekly until the end of the tournament. Coordinator of Sports in the Ministry of Sports is Cullen Peters.
We work closely with the association, with the president, to make sure that they get any assistance that is possible. We are presently working with our senior coaches, senior coach in the netball and other coaches to make sure that we get back to our national secondary school tournament back in September. So we are putting all the committees together.
The Vice President of the Grenada Netball Association is Jennifer Jacob Cato.
It is a very exciting time to be on the court and see netball being played again after 2 years of no netball at all because of the COVID pandemic. But we are so excited to be here this evening and seeing so many people coming out, even the teams coming out in their numbers to play. It tells us that people were hungry for netball for a long time.
Cato says the Grenada Netball Association is looking for sponsors to come on board.
We are in the process of sending 2 of our national teams abroad. The women is hoping to go in November to qualify for the World Tournament, and the men are also going in August for the AFNA male tournaments.
March past results are as follows. First place went to Royal Grenada Police Force, second place Sprang QPR, and third Jet Setter Sports Club. Results of games played: exhibition game Bab Simpson Academy versus Pink Panthers. Bab Simpson Academy won 8-6. Competition game 1 Marlin Glen Fun City B versus Royal Grenada Police Force. Marlin Glen Fun City won 41-17. Game 2, Marlin Glen Fun City A versus Royal Grenada Police Force. Marlin Glen Fun City won 67-18. Game 3, Top Strikers Male versus Sprang QPR. Top Strikers won 31-16. Grenada's celebration of World Table Tennis Day with students and others in the town of Guelph was twofold: learning about conflict resolution and playing and enjoying the game in great spirit. It was in line with the International Table Tennis Federation celebration of April 6th of World Table Tennis Day. The 2022 event seeks to create friendships and build bridges between conflicted parties on both state and grassroots levels. Delivered motivational talks encouraging the students, table tennis players, to be champions of peace and goodwill in sports. Secretary of the association, Ray Roberts, says the objectives were to ensure Grenada is actively involved in using the sport as a vehicle, not just for competition, but to encourage young people to be champions of conflict resolution and goodwill in their communities.
Winning is not everything. Playing
the game has much more to do with your physical health, your appreciation of friends, and therefore that's why we chose that particular topic of conflict resolution among young people.
The afternoon session also included exhibition games featuring the under-13, under-15 playing against the 50 and 60 and overs. Sweats Nation 7 A-side football tournament continued Sunday at the Palm Birch Grove St. Andrew with 3 exciting games: Beat and Teach versus St. James, Byland versus Punjabi FC, and Beauregard versus Adelphi. The tournament was extended because of an additional team in the tournament. Secretary for Sweats Nation is Adisa McBurney.
Initially, it was supposed to be 4 weeks for the tournament, but because we had a team added late, so we have 6 teams, we therefore had to add 2 more weeks to it to make it 6 weeks for the tournament to end. So we're at week 3.
McBurney said the tournament is getting good support from the community.
I think everybody was looking for an out from the house. You know, everybody's been cooped up for the past, let's say, 2 years and a half, 2 years for COVID. So having something that would bring people outside, bring people together, something fun.
After a 2-week break, the GFA Premier League tournament resumed on Sunday, April 10th, with Mount Rich FC coming up against Chantamel FC at Fond Playing Field. Then midweek, FC Camahan had set to play Hard Rock FC at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. This resumption comes at the time when COVID-19 restrictions are lifted and Grenada is no longer under a state of emergency, which means that fans can return to venues to enjoy sporting activities, including football. The Grenada Football Association is still encouraging fans to continue practicing good hygiene measures, such as wearing masks and proper hand washing. At present, Hurricanes SC leads the league after 15 matches on 38 points. And that's it for this evening's sports. I am Donella Hostin.
That's the sports, the weather, and a recap of the headlines when we come back.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlec, we are united even when we are apart.
Good Monday evening, viewers. Back with your nighttime weather forecast and meteorologist Wayne Williams. After a weekend of glorious sunshine, we did see a slight change in the weather today. Some scattered showers, complements an area of low-level moisture approaching the islands. The upper level, however, upper-level conditions remain dry, so these showers will be brief and sometimes sharp. The haze is approaching the islands. We have already seen a slight deterioration in that, and we'd continue seeing it through the next few days. By weekend it should be intensifying a bit. You can see that area of moisture much closer. Most of it is already over the islands and just slightly to the east of us. As it continues to move away, we're going to see some showers through the night, mostly during the early part of the night and towards dawn, and then improving into Tuesday. The forecast for Monday night is for some early scattered showers with northeasterly winds blowing between 8 and 20 miles per hour and a minimum temperature of 23. The moon is already up. It rose at 2:04 this afternoon. It's going to set at 3:01 in the morning. Generally fair with slight haze on Tuesday, but there still is about a 30 to 40% chance of the odd brief shower. Winds remain northeasterly between 14 and 24 miles per hour with occasional higher gusts, and seas will be choppy with 6 to 8 foot waves. The sun is going to rise at 5:56 and set at 6:18. Despite cloudiness and 1 or 2 brief showers, the maximum temperature will still climb to 34 but feel like 37. Fair conditions are expected in Port of Spain. Morning showers in Bridgetown and Kingston. Partly cloudy in Miami. Morning showers also in New York and cloudy in London. Back at home, we're going to expect generally fair conditions on through to about Saturday. By Sunday, we could be seeing slight increase in cloudiness through to Tuesday. That will continue. The chance of showers then about 40%, again mostly in the nighttime and very brief during the day. The haze, as I said, should intensify coming to the latter part of the week. That's it for Monday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Please join me again on Tuesday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Now to end a recap of the headlines. Vehicle owner contests the traffic department's reasoning for denying him his licensing sticker. Political climate hits up in St. Andrew as the two main political parties launched candidates over the weekend. Government to appoint committee to address pension issue. And in sports, the Grenada Netball Association launched its 2022 tournament on Saturday. On behalf of the news and production departments, I am Tonya St. Louis Lawrence, thanking you for watching.
The most anticipated kids event is happening on Saturday, 16th April, Easter Saturday.
Easter Kids Extravaganza.
The Easter Kids Extravaganza. Monroe's Playing Field, 1 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Easter Saturday. Rides and slides.
Obstacle courses, rock climb, bouncy castles, and much, much more. Then from 6 p.m., we move stateside for special performances from IMG Fuego, the Magico Circus from Cuba, alongside Vaughn, Looney's Park and Electrify. Admission kids, $5. Adults, $10. Parents, guardians, get the kids ready. Easter Saturday, Monroe's Playing Field. Something not to be missed.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one later ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Well, good evening to you viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lottery Authority's Daily Pick 3 evening draw for today, Monday, the 11th day in April 2022. I'm Lexanne Fletcher and I'll be your draw hostess for this evening. I've got Ms. Giselle Alexander standing in with me. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. She's here to ensure the games for this evening are conducted in a fair and accountable manner. Now, the game balls have not been tampered with and are within industry standards. Well, don't forget with the Pick 3 game, you can bet as little as $1 on inline, mix, and pair tickets, and from $2 on backup tickets. Let's find out what the winning numbers will be for this evening. It pays to play. Good luck. Of course, if you have your tickets, it's time to check them. First number 6, second number 5, third and final 0. It's time to recap. First number was 6, second number 5, third and final was 0. If you're a winner, congratulations to you, and do stay tuned. Up next, the Playway Draw. We'll see you then.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we we are winners, winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Welcome back. It's time for the Playway Draw for this evening, Monday, the 11th of April, 2022. Joining me once again is Ms. Giselle Alexander. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Now, don't forget with the Playway game, all you got to do is bet as little as $1 up to $10 in increments on any number or dream symbol of your choice and get to win 24 times the amount you bet. That's $24 for every dollar spent. Let's find out what the winning Playway number will be for this evening. Value your dreams, win your way with Playway. Good luck. And the winning Playway number is yes, this evening's winning Playway numbers are number 36, 36, 36. The dream symbol is vagrant. Just repeat tonight's winning Playway number. That number is 36, 36, 36. The dream symbol, vagrant. Congratulations if you're a winner this evening. And don't forget, up next is a cash for draw. Hope you got your tickets. We'll see you then.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back once again. It's time for the Daily Cash for draw for this evening, Monday, the 11th of April, 2022. Of course, join me once again is Ms. Giselle Alexander. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Now, with the Cash for game, you can bet as little as $1 on most of the bet types with the exception of backup, in which case you bet $2. It's time to reveal the winning Cash for numbers. It's more plays, bigger prizes. Good luck. And the first number is number 5, second. Second number 6, third. Third number 6, and the final is 1. Let's do a quick recap. First number was 5, the second number 6, third number 6, and the fourth and final 1. Congratulations if you're a winner this evening. We hope you got your lotto tickets because the draw comes up later on. The estimated jackpot, $136,000. We'll see you then.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada, imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one later ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, viewers and listeners, and welcome back once again. It's time for the National Lottery Authority's Lotto draw number 33484 this evening, Monday, the 11th of April, 2022. The estimated jackpot for this evening is $136,000. Well, of course, standing with me once again is Ms. Giselle Alexander. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Let's find out what the free ticket letter will be for this evening. Good luck. And this evening's free ticket letter is... Yes, the free ticket letter for this evening is O as in on. That's O as in on. And it's time to select tonight's 5 winning numbers for $136,000. Hope you got your tickets. Good luck. And first number is... First number up is 28. Second number 13. Third number 16. Fourth number 24. And the final number 20. All right, you know the drill. We got to recap. I'll recap for your benefit. Double check your tickets. Numbers on the screen. The free ticket letter, that letter was O as in on. O as in on. And the 5 winning numbers for $136,000. Let's recap. First number was 28, 28, 28. The second was 13, 13, 13. The third was 16, 16, 16. The fourth, 24, 24, 24. And the final was 20, 20, 20. This has been Lotto Play and Win a Lot. Of course, I'll say it always. If you have these numbers, congratulations to you. Well, don't forget, we're here tomorrow. As per usual, as God's will. Do get your tickets and do continue to support sports, culture, and nation building. Have a good night.
I'm a winner. You are winner. We are winners, winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada, imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one later ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Ambrose Emmanuel Sylvester, also known as Boulay of Molyneux St. George, passed away on Wednesday, 23rd March 2022, at the age of 96. He was the grandfather of Jeremiah Harris and Charlene Harris, great-grandfather of Tasheen, Michael, Keturah, Rachel, Jeremiah and Nehemiah Harris, Shanna and Noriah West, Elijah Harris, Shemaiah and Shemuel Harris, Micaiah Harris, and Jeremiah Crowder, great-great-grandfather of Micaiah and Micah Harris. Special cousin Rhonda Sylvester. Other relatives and friends including the Harris, Lewis, Nicholas, and Sylvester families, Makeda Hines, and friends and neighbors of Molyneux and surrounding areas. The body of the late Ambrose Emmanuel Sylvester, also known as Boulay of Molyneux St. George, will be cremated. A memorial service will be held at the Garden of Remembrance Funeral Chapel, Cemetery Hill, St. George's on Tuesday, April 12th at 1 p.m. Funeral arrangements entrusted to LaCour Brothers Funeral Homes. Lucy James Smith, also known as Mildred Smith, of Boca St. George, died on Thursday, 24th March 2022, at the age of 77. Left to mourn are her 9 children, Mrs. Rosalind Francis, Pamela Antwine, Daniel, Darren, Eric, Alice Ann and Gillian Smith in Grenada, Jacintha and Yolande Smith in the USA. Son-in-law Junior Francis. 19 grandchildren including Marlon, Crystal and Quasi Francis, Alicia, Codell, Jaden, Giuliani and Ashley Smith, Michelle Otley, Reggie, Darren, and Akita McSweet. 8 great-grandchildren. Sisters Mary Weeks and Elizabeth Smith. Brother Alexander Smith. Brother-in-law John Smith. Sister-in-law Maria Smith. Many nieces and nephews including Maria Bennett, Brenda Lee Antwine, Uriel Smith, Helen, Derek, Eric, and Little Jay. Other relatives and friends including Cousin Maud, Ethelyn Frederick, Agneta Modeste, Merlin Redhead, Virginia Joseph, Catherine Jones, Barbara, Elma, Sheriel, Bernard and Carlton James, Jocelyn Daniel, Sandra Paul, Paula Smith, Mr. Willard, Linda Batiste, and Bernadette Wilson. The Smith, Weeks, Noel, Antwine, Raymond, and Julian families of Boca. The James, Cador, and Antwine families of Lamode. The pastors and members of the Boca New Testament Church of God, and friends and neighbors of Boca, Lamode, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Lucy James Smith, also known as Mildred Smith, of Boca St. George, will take place on April 12th at 1 p.m. at the Boca New Testament Church of God, and interment will be at the family cemetery Sanko, Boca. Funeral arrangements entrusted to LaCour Brothers Funeral Homes. Edward Mordred Roberts, also known as E.M. Roberts of Belmont St. George, died on Saturday 19th March 2022 at the age of 86. He was the son of Alexander and Teresa Roberts. He is survived by Shirley Roberts, residing in Canada, Deborah Howell, residing in the USA, Dion Roberts of River Road, Ian Roberts, residing in the USA, and Neil Roberts of Montparnasse. Friends and family including Angelia Carmichael Roberts of River Road, St. George, Deborah Antoine Roberts of Montparnasse, Cassandra Hyacinth Roberts, residing in the USA, Cameron Dufont, Donika Elcock, Cameron Benjamin, Kimani Roberts, Kadisha Philip Roberts, Imani and Evan Roberts, Karen Jolly Moraine and family of Golf Course, Gilbert and Elmer Roberts and family of Jean Anglais, Dr. Evelyn Spencer and family of Montparnasse, Dr. Jude Antoine and the Antoine family of Happy Hill, the Francis family of Paddock, Emmanuel Popo Andrew and family of Belmont, the Maxwell and Howe families of Belmont, the Thomas family of Belmont, Callista Francis and family of Belmont, the Clovey family of Belmont, the management and staff of the Grenada Ports Authority, many other relatives and friends including Friends of Belmont and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Edward Mordred Roberts, also known as E.M. Roberts of Belmont, St. George, will take place on Tuesday, April 12th at 2 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception, St. George's, and burial will be at the St. George's Top Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Matilda Roberts, also known as Sybil and Pitty, of New Hampshire, St. George, passed away on Sunday, 13th March 2022, at the age of 81. Left to mourn are her 8 children, Marion, Cheryl, Donamy, Dominic, Vanessa, Danny, Odette, and Michael. Brothers Augustine Telesford, also known as Baldhead, Clifton, Lee Hunt, also known as Saga, and Christopher. Sisters Catherine, also known as Yvette, Agatha, also known as Molly, Joyce, and Janet. Daughter-in-law Dr. Roxanne Roberts. Son-in-law Roger Roussel. Many grandchildren including Carlt, Cornell, Rondell, Tramel, Kishel, Jewel, Patrick, Jeremy, and Tyree. Several great-grands including Jordan, Imara, Winter, and Ethan. Other nieces and nephews, relatives and friends including Carol, Miss Gloria, Edwin Boca, Therese, the Telesford, Roberts, and McPhee families of New Hampshire, the Woodruff families of Grandmole and Happy Hill, and neighbors and friends of New Hampshire and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Matilda Roberts, also known as Sybil and Pitty, of New Hampshire St. George, will take place on Wednesday, April 13th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the New Hampshire Methodist Church, and interment will be at the Family Cemetery, New Hampshire. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Stephen and Noel Joseph, also known as Totin, of Leicester, Carriacou, who resided at Dover, Carriacou, passed away on Wednesday, 23rd March 2022, at the age of 57. He was the father of Nakisha, Nathaniel, Akim, Shakima, Thorn, Kishon, Kishera, Shanique, and Keziah. Grandfather of 5. Close companion of Hazel and McGilvery. Brother of Lyris Felix, Eflin and Stephanie Joseph, Karina John, Steve, and Junie Morris. Nephew of Elsie Alexis, Agnes and Adela Joseph, Catherine Bartholomew, Diana Augustine, Margaret Polydor, Mariana Lewis and Laura Collins, Theo, Reuben, Joseph, O'Reilly, Raymond and Godwin John, Winston, Conrad, Nathan and Martin Lewis. Brother-in-law of Bernard Joseph and Godson Collins, godson of Darwin Cato. Uncle of 26 including Gina, Marcus, Bonnie, Janin, Shay, Farry, Marcia, Trisha, Makiba, Dana, and Carrie. Close cousin of Jackie and Leftis Matheson, Dr. Tyrone Davis, and Ken Joseph. Other relatives and friends including the Joseph, Bartholomew, John, and Lewis families, the staff of Vena Bullen and Sons Limited, Lebon John, Lynette Gay, Mummy Joy, Randy Compton, Jeff Placid, Mr. Dixon, Donnellan and Miranda Derrick and family, and neighbors of Dover, Leicester, and surrounding areas too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late Stephen Noel Joseph, also known as Totin, of Leicester, who resided at Dover Carriacou, will take place on Wednesday, 13th April at 2 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Leicester Roman Catholic Church, and interment will be at the Family Cemetery, Leicester. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Cynthia Caliste of Coast Guard St. Mark died on March 31st, 2022, at the age of 91. She was the aunt of many, including Michael, Mary, Pamela Frederick in the UK, Christopher and Agatha Caliste in the USA, Thelma Caliste and Monica Caliste in Grenada. Grand aunt of many, including Adele, Zane, Craig, and Rosen Frederick in the UK, Brent, Devon and Janelle Caliste in the US, Rona in Trinidad, and Stephen Caliste in Grenada. Great-grand aunt of many, including Renee and Remy. Adopted mother of Mary Chino Braxton, Larry and Rommel Richard in the USA, Wayne Leach, Abigail Gill, Gail Batson, and Lucy Barry. Adopted grandmother of Vanessa Barry. Relative to many in Grenada, the UK, the USA, and Canada. Caretakers including Griselda Fraser and Lerlin Benjamin. Friend of many, including Florina Modeste, Pansy Houston, Othma Watts, Nellis Julian, Veronica Kingston, Anne Campbell, Elsa Moore, Ruth Taylor, Sister Anita, the De Leon family in the United Kingdom, residents of Coast Guard, Victoria, and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Cynthia Caliste of Coast Guard St. Mark will take place on Thursday, 14th April at 2 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Victoria Anglican Church, and entombment will be at the Coast Guard Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Paul Joseph, also known as Preacher, of Cemetery Hill St. George's, passed away on Thursday, 17th March 2022, at the age of 73. He was the husband of Vera Joseph, father of Sammy in the USA, Hazel, Wayne Hall in Canada, Simon Douglas, ASB, Natalie Douglas, Susie Whiteman, Kelroy, Titus, Timothy, Micah, and Skeeter Joseph. Grandfather of 21, great-grandfather of 2, brother of Martha, Evelyn in England, Mary and Naomi, Theophilus and Rufus in the USA. Many nieces and nephews. Many other relatives and friends, including the Joseph family of Mardi Gras in the USA and England, the Douglas family of Windsor Forest, the Mitchell family of Waltham St. Mark and in Canada, the Louiseau family of Grenville Vale, the Murray family of Grand Roy, the Alexander family of Mardi Gras, the Frederick family of St. John, Wester Hall and in Canada, the Hall family in Canada, the Fortune, Victor, Alexander, Morast, Braffett and Francis families, vendors of the St. George's Market, the Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, and friends and neighbors of River Road, Cemetery Hill, Mardi Gras and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Paul Joseph, also known as Preacher, of Cemetery Hill St. George's, will take place on Thursday, 14th April at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Garden of Remembrance Funeral Chapel, Cemetery Hill St. George's, according to Jehovah's Witnesses' rites, and interment will be at the Wilberforce Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Monica Knight Martin, affectionately known as Monix, of Mount Moritz, St. George, passed away on Sunday, 6 March 2022, at the age of 89. Left to mourn her children John, Desmond, Emma, Dion Rommel, and Brown Wayne Knight, sister and brother Linda and Alexis, daughters-in-law Sonia, Althea, and Allison, several grand and great-grandchildren, many other close relatives and friends, including Jermaine Knights, Junior Martin, the Campbell and Banfield, Comizan, Martin, and Alexis families, the Charles family of St. John, Lorraine Campbell, Chantal, Fiona, and Junior Knight, Claire Banfield, friends and neighbors of Mount Moritz and surrounding areas. A memorial service for the late Monica Knight Martin of Mount Moritz, St. George, will take place on Thursday, 14th April at 9 a.m. The service will be held at the Mount Moritz Anglican Church, St. George, and interment will be at the Mount Moritz Cemetery. Funeral arrangement entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home.
Ulrich Bowler, also known as Soon of Diego P. St. Mark, passed away on Tuesday 29th March 2022 at the age of 64. He was the brother of Cheryl Noel, Geraldine Slater, Maureen Ramdeen, Avril Daniels, Rasmond Ilahi, Leonard Batiste, Ephraim Williams, Oral Bowler, Cleveland Bowler, Roy White, Lennox Grell, and Ralston Grell, nephew of Avis Jones and Alien Samuel. Many nieces and nephews, many grandnieces and nephews. Many cousins, other relatives and friends including the Bowler, Samuel, Diali, Scott, Ramjohn, Gangadine, McEwen, Japal, David, Jurican and Granger families, and friends and neighbors of Diego Peace and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Ulrich Bowler of Diego Peace St. Mark will take place on Tuesday, 19th April at 11 a.m. Funeral service will be held at the Samaritan Presbyterian Church, and entombment will be at the Family Cemetery, Diego Peace. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Maria George, also known as Queen of Chantimel, who resided at Le Mode St. Patrick, passed away on Tuesday, April 5th, 2022, at the age of 74. The funeral arrangements for the late Maria George, also known as Queen of Chantimel, who resided at Le Mode St. Patrick, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Francis Thomas George, also known as Robbie of River Sally St. Patrick, who resided at Moya St. Andrew, passed away on Tuesday, April 5th, 2022, at the age of 87. The funeral arrangements for the late Francis Thomas George, also known as Robbie, of River Sally St. Patrick, who resided at Moya St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Michael Anthony Frederick, also known as Normaroon of New Hampshire St. George, died on Wednesday, April 6, 2022, at the age of 67. The funeral arrangements for the late Michael Anthony Frederick, also known as Normaroon of New Hampshire St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Willen Dennis Thomas, also known as Buddy and Thousand Smart of Latente St. David, who resided at Grand Anse St. George, died on Tuesday, April 5, 2022, at the age of 53. The funeral arrangements for the late Willen Dennis Thomas, also known as Buddy and Thousand Smart of Latente St. David, who resided at Grand Anse St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Teresa Bubb, née Francis, also known as Mama, of Snug Corner, Mount Kumar, St. George, who resided in Trinidad, passed away on Tuesday, 5th April 2022, at the age of 72. The funeral arrangements for the late Teresa Bubb, née Francis, also known as Mama, of Snug Corner, Mount Kumar, St. George, who resided in Trinidad, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Elizabeth Violet Alexander of St. Paul's, St. George, died on April 4th, 2022, at the age of 90. The funeral arrangements for the late Elizabeth Violet Alexander of St. Paul's, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. John David Narayan, also known as John Day, of Belair, who resided at Paradise St. Andrew, passed away on Tuesday, April 5th, 2022, at the age of 85. The funeral arrangements for the late John David Narayan, also known as John Day of Belair, who resided at Paradise St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Anthony James, also known as Bang Bang, of Content St. David, died on Tuesday, April 5th, 2022, at the age of 83. The funeral arrangements for the late Anthony James, also known as Bang Bang of Content St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Paula Matthew of Fontenoy St. George passed away on Wednesday, March 30th, 2022, at the age of 85. The funeral arrangements for the late Paula Matthew of Fontenoy St. George will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Anne Maria Wilson, also known as Joyce, and Miss Romaine of Monrepo, Providence, St. David, who resided at Brooklyn, Concord, St. John, passed away on Saturday, 2nd April 2022, at the age of 85. The funeral arrangements for the late Anne Maria Wilson of Monrepo, Providence, St. David, who resided at Brooklyn, Concord, St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Raymond Toussaint, also known as Tuss, of Pearl St. Andrew, who resided in Wester Hall, St. David, passed away on Monday, 28 March, at the age of 58. The funeral arrangements for the late Raymond Toussaint, also known as Tuss, of Pearl St. Andrew, who resided in Wester Hall, St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Lucille Maxime, also known as Alcina Chase, of Grand Anse St. George, died on Wednesday, 23rd March 2022, at the age of 82. The funeral arrangements for the late Lucille Maxime, also known as Alcina Chase of Grand Anse St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Carlisle James, also known as Black Boy and Baggy, of Beaulieu St. George, died on Tuesday, 22nd March 2022, at the age of 69. The funeral arrangements for the late Carlisle James, also known as Black Boy and Baggy, of Beaulieu St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Daphne Joseph, also known as Dati, of Latente St. David, passed away on Wednesday, 16th March 2022, at the age of 87. The funeral arrangements for the late Daphne Joseph, also known as Dati, of Latente St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Teresa Cummings, also known as Carmen, of Beaulieu St. George, passed away on Saturday, 19th March 2022, at the age of 81. The funeral arrangements for the late Teresa Cummings, also known as Carmen, of Beaulieu St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Agnes Barry, also known as Loyola, of La Fortune St. Patrick, who resided in the USA, passed away on Saturday, 12th March 2022 in Canada, at the age of 77. The funeral arrangements for the late Agnes Barry, also known as Loyola, of La Fortune St. Patrick, who resided in the USA, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Anita Blackett, also known as Mama Nita, of Pedmotar St. David, passed away in Trinidad at the age of 89. The funeral arrangements for the late Anita Blackett, also known as Mama Nita of Pedmotar St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Joseph Peterson of Chantemelle St. Patrick, who resided in the United Kingdom, passed away on Friday, 25th February in the UK at the age of 87. The funeral arrangement of the late Joseph Peterson of Chantemelle St. Patrick, who resided in the United Kingdom, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
In loving memory of Peter Paul Modeste of River Sally St. Mark, who passed away on April 9th, 2018. Dear husband in heaven, I thought of you with love today, but that is nothing new. I thought about you yesterday and days before that too. I think of you in silence. I often speak your name. All I have are memories and your picture in a frame. Your memory is my keepsake with which I'll never part. God has you in his keeping. I have you in my heart. Funeral arrangements were entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
In love and memory of Peter Alexander, also known as Sir Pete of Birchgrove St. Andrew, who departed this life on 31st March 2020 at the age of 85. Remembered daily by his children Adolphus Daniel, Anselm, Alina, and Anita. Grandchildren Andia, Andre, Antoine, Tony, Tyrone, Mikali, Jakia, Jabari, Lyndon, Laurie, and Lavon. Family and friends, we knew so little that morning that God will call your name. In life we loved you dearly, in death we do the same. It broke our hearts to lose you. You did not go alone, for a part of us went with you the day God called you home. You left us beautiful memories. Your love is still our guide. And though we cannot see you, you are always by our side. Our family chain is broken and nothing seems the same. But as God calls us one by one, the chain will link again. Rest in peace.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
I'm Pastor Jerry Keynes Douglas, and I'd like to take the opportunity today to express my deepest sympathy to all of you who have lost loved ones, friends, members of your family or inner circle. Probably one of the hardest issues to deal with in life is the loss of a loved